Hello and welcome to the Back Nine Report. My name is Carlos Torres, along with Altvater. We always come up with something new. We check on the world of golf to bring you the latest news, insights, analysis, interviews, recaps, previews. Hey, we cover anything and everything golf. In other words, if it happened in golf, we have it for you. And Fred, we have to talk Hideki Matsuyama.
Your guy. We got to talk about your guy.
We got to talk about him, and but before we talk a little bit about him, I mean, he just won the Sony Open. Unfortunately, I wasn't watching it because I was watching my favorite football team, the San Francisco 49er,
turned off golf to watch football.
Oh, no. So, celebration was on and all that, and I got caught up, and you text me, and I was like, whoa, I forgot about it. But anyway, I left him 24 to under 24, Russell Henley 5 up. I was like, this is over. So let me watch the Niners. But then you text me and there was a shot that I didn't see it. I saw it afterwards. And it's the talk of everybody today. It's like, how did he get 277 yards on that par 5 for his second shot? Stop. I mean, that's like a high fade that he hit. He even said, to be honest, I didn't even see it. And when you look at
it was directly into the sun. He absolutely
didn't see the trajectory, but he did see how he hit it. So we have to clarify that. But my high fades are like, I don't know, worm killers. They're low and and they go to the left. So I don't know how can a pro do that?
That's the good players, Carlos, learn how to hit that fade. You can control that. You go back to Hogan, you go back to Lee Trevino, they played the fade. Jack Nicklaus, they played the fade. When Dustin Johnson learned how to fade the ball, he goes to #1 in the world. Rory tried to learn how to hit the fade. He can hit a little straight. He really doesn't fade it. He still likes to hit that big draw. And that's where he gets in trouble because it's inconsistent. If you want to be consistent and really good, you got to learn how to hit that fade off the tee and off the fairways. So I'm telling you what, he hit. So 18, the first time around, I really think Henley made a giant mistake. He hit driver and he tried to squeeze it in. 18 is that famous severe dog leg left, 90-degree par 5. And when we saw Justin Thomas win here a couple of years ago, he just took it right up over the trees into the middle of the fairway. Not everybody can do that. Hideki did that the first time around. It was absolutely beautiful. Henley tried to go and squeeze his driver in a little narrow shoot, and he hit it too good. He's pumped up a little bit, and it goes into the fairway bunker on the right side, into the rough. And so he's in the middle of the bunker, and he's still only, he's only like, 190 out or something like that. But he's in the bunker. Hits it fat, leaves it short, chips it on, misses the putt for birdie, makes par. Hideki birdies. So now they're tied at 23. So they got to go to the playoff. Now it sets it up. So Henley, Hideki hits first because because he teed off first. So they got a new rule. They didn't do the coin flip, right? They didn't draw the numbers out of the hat. They got a new rule this year. So whoever teed off first tees off first in the playoff. So because that means, they had to have the better round, right? Because they were behind in a pro start. They were behind the leader. So they must have the better round. So they tee off first. So Hideki teeing off first didn't try the driver that time. He laid up with some kind of a hybrid or fairway wood. And perfectly right in the middle of the fairway, just past the corner where he has a shot into the green. A long shot, though, this time. Henley tries the same driver again. Hits it into the bunker again. Okay? This time he hits a much better shot out of there, and he's up closer to the green. But this sets it up for Hideki. You could not hit the only way this is any better, it goes in the hole. 2 feet, 8 inches. He hits this big high cut. He's looking directly into the sun, cannot see it. He's just hitting it and it goes. And of course, it's on the tracker on TV and it comes in there. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's just a tap in, basically, for the eagle. Henley tries to knock his third shot really knock it in the hole, flies the green over the green actually, and he ends up making bogey on the hole. And I mean, it was over. Once Hideki had hit that shot, it was over anyhow. So, but Hideki, Carlos, this is his second win in the last 3 starts. It's his third top 10 this year. He now leads the FedEx Cup, and the FedEx Cup now is what? We're like, a third into the year, 33% into the year, probably. So, I mean, it's getting time to start talking about the FedEx Cup a little bit. He's already won $3.5 million this year. And he's number 1 in the FedEx Cup. He's number 19 in the world, which is pretty far down since he, really it goes back to 2019 when he battled Woods at the Zozo in Japan, right? Since then, he's played pretty well. He had some personal issues in there and different things that really knocked him down. He didn't play well in like 2018 or so, but he's been coming back. And so now with that win at Augusta, now with 2 wins this season, is he really back? Is he the Hideki Matsuyama that we've been waiting for?
Well, I had that question for you first, but anyway. Yeah, just to continue what you were saying, this is just the latest addition to well, I have to say it. It sounds like Hideki has an underrated resume, right? If you come and think about it, it doesn't stand out that good. Okay, he does have 2 WGC victories. He has a Memorial win, 2 Phoenix Opens. That's like his best tournament where he plays. The Zozo Championship in his home country of Japan, and of course that famous Masters triumph last April. Right, he's turned over $37 million in his career. He has essentially been a top 10 player in the world for the last 7 years. It's easy for Matsuyama, when you think about him, to get a bit lost in the shuffle when you speak about John Ram, Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth. They have been the ones swiping the headlines, right?
Don't forget Colin Morikawa.
Yeah, but he's accomplished. I'm talking about the last 7 years. Colin is like more of the past few years, but he's accomplished this before the age of 30, which both goes unnoticed and should be celebrated more than what it is right now. That win ties him with KJ Choi for the most all-time by a nation-born player at 8. He has played just 203 official PGA Tour events, while KJ has played nearly 500, though. To be fair to him, he won his 8 in the first 300. Now, in total, let's say 8 PGA Tour wins, 3 European Tour wins, 8 on the Japan Golf Tour, and you add the Hero World Tour that he won, also the Tiger Woods event. He has won the Masters. His best finish on the other majors, T4 in the PGA Championship, that was 2016. T2 at the US Open 2017. He lost to Brooks Koepka. That was a boss that year. T6 at the Open 2013. Seems like that's not his best major. At the 5th unknown major, right? That's the Players. It's not like his best either. He's hit and missed. His best was
and that's surprising too, because he's such a good iron player, and TPC Sawgrass demands superior iron play.
For some reason, he has like a hit and miss. He was T7 in 2016. Then I think 2 years after was a T8. And missed the cut last year. Of course, 2 years ago, it was canceled. So his highest ranking came on that flagship year of 2017, where he picked at number 2. That was back in June 18. So Fred, you mentioned it. He had a couple of atypical years after that. 2018 and 2019, he had ailments, other issues off the course. But since then, he has been clawing back into the top and the official World Golf rankings. And now it's back in the world's top 10 for the first time since that T13 at the Memorial in 2018. He's number 10 right now. So Fred, definitely your question. The Masters seems to be his best major. Then it's the PGA Championship, where he has never missed a cut. So he's definitely looks healthy. And one thing that I was reading was that Brandel Chambly mentioned about some changes he did in his putting. He was spotted there practicing all week with his caddy in the putting green. He would putt, he would get the ball back, putt it again, putted again, putted again, putted again. So he made some changes on it, and he's been practicing. Definitely, he led the whole tournament in the yards gain in the putting greens with 7.586. So if Hideki, who had never been known as a great putter, adds that to his already good, like you mentioned, great iron play that he has, definitely in the Masters, he would be one of the players to beat.
Yeah, that was going to be one of my points. That's where he really won this week, was his putting. His putting on Sunday especially was superb. And I want to, before we get away from this real quick, I don't want to take this away from Russell Henley, right? Russell played really well. He had a great week. He still shot 65. He shot 65 on Sunday. Now, most of that, all that was on the front nine. On the front nine, he birdied 2, then he birdied 6, 7, 8, and eagled 9. He shoots 29 on the front, got a 5-shot lead. That's when some people started watching football and turned the golf off, right? Some people I know very well. But Hideki went out on the back and really played well, while Henley only made 1 bogey on the back and couldn't birdie 18. But he played well, just couldn't quite get it finished. Hideki just played a little bit better. And Carlos, yes, I'm becoming a believer in Hideki Matsuyama. I did not trust him before. I did not think that he had the desire. I didn't think he had quite the the mental attitude to get it done. But seeing him, the way he went head to head with Tiger in 2019 at the Zozo, I think he got a lot out of that. I think that was big for him. I think winning Tiger's tournament, the hero, I think winning the Masters now has given him the confidence to say, you know what, I'm better than these guys. I am as good and better than the Dustin Johnson, the Justin Thomases, and the Colin Morikawas of the world. I can beat these guys, John Rahm. So yeah, I think he's someone to watch very closely this year, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him win 1 or 2 majors for sure.
Definitely, and that's what we're going to be looking forward to. Definitely one of those players that when he started, I remember we were talking about him. We were expecting, and I was very high saying, hey, he's going to be number 1. He almost made it. He hit it to number 2, but then those things came up with him and all that. And I actually started also doubting if he was going to ever come back from it, but definitely he is back. And it's great to see one of those Asian players. Well, right now, I'm sure he's gonna, at the end of his career, he's gonna be the winningest Asian golf player at that time. Maybe after it will come somebody else. By far, he's gonna be
by far
the winningest players. So anything else you want to add before we close?
No, I almost forgot that it was on myself. We had watched the early game, and so we were just talking. Well, let's watch a little bit of the golf before we watch the second game. And so we caught the last, I think they were on like 14 when we flipped it over, and couldn't believe Hideki was that close then. He was closing the gap. And it really was those two. It was really all about those two, though. There was nobody else in the mix. It was just those two.
Definitely. So as always, thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with the latest in golf news and information. Thank you for joining us.